Alright guys, we got a John Deere D155. Customer complaint was the PTO wasn't working. He said he went over a bunch of Belgian blocks or something. He slid down a hill and now the PTO wasn't working. I've serviced this tractor a few times over the years. Last problem was a carburetor had dirt in it, had never changed a fuel filter. This time though, what I did was the PTO, if you notice, is electric. It's electric PTO. It's an Ogura. There's two types, Oguras and Warners, and you can tell the difference fairly easily. The Warners usually have adjusting screws and the Oguras are sealed. This is an Ogura. The battery that was in it basically had like no volts in it, really. I charged it up for 16 hours and it only had about 10 volts in it, so battery was bad. But also, one thing I found was the voltage regulator. All right, I did the test on the voltage regulator. Basically, you have your two AC leads coming out, and that should be between like 22 and 30 volts AC, and that was fine. But coming out DC, when it got rectified to DC and regulated, was only putting out about 5 volts. It's supposed to be about 14, 15 volts. So this is bad, okay? So, went online. There's a place called RCPS. You'll see them on Amazon, and you'll see them on eBay, and you see them all over the place. So brand new regulator. It's aftermarket, but for the price of it, I think it was $15 shipped. Factory Briggs is about $35, $40. So I figured for this person, you know, he's price conscious, so I'll try it out. But one thing you have to realize too on these rectifier regulators, if you don't have full battery voltage going in, these things are not really made to refresh a battery from down to no volts up to 12, 13. It really needs a good battery. So I did buy a battery, and I'm going to put that on, and then we're going to hook up the new rectifier. And one thing you notice is there's a harness on here, and there's actually a connector inside, so you have to take the shrouding off. There's no way around it. The connector will not fit through that hole. You have to take the shroud off. So let me get to that and I'll set it up and start filming again when I get that set up. All right, see you soon. All right guys, here's the new battery. And what I like to do, even though it's new, I still want to check it out with my top-down battery tester. All right. Okay. 12.5 volts it's reading. Hit OK. English. In vehicle. Oop. Before charge. Flooded. CCA is 300. So get that down to 300. Okay, testing. Good battery, 12.58 volts. It's rated at 300. It's got about 405 cold cranking amps in it right now. State of health is 100%. State of charge is 98%. So we're good. The battery that was in there literally wouldn't even turn on this meter. There was not even enough voltage to turn on the meter. All right, so I'm going to install this thing. Then we're going to put on the regulator rectifier, and we'll go from there. Talk to you later. Okay guys, now I'll explain the problem again. Battery voltage was very low. It doesn't appear like it was charging properly, so when you turn the PTO on, most of the times it wouldn't go on. Once in a while it would go on, but most of the time it didn't. So put the new battery in, the battery's all in. Voltage was showing about 12.5 in the battery. With the tester, I just turned it on for a few seconds just to see what was going on. So if we look here, about 12.9, okay? Now, if the regulator rectifier is working properly, I just plugged it back in, this voltage should be above that 12.9. It should be around 14 volts. So let's turn it on and let's see what kind of voltage we get out. saw that, but it was 14.14 volts. Now at 14.14, it means that that rectifier regulator is good. And I've heard that a lot about these regulator rectifiers. If the battery itself is not good, it won't charge properly, and people will just replace the regulator rectifier anyway. Thankfully, this regulator rectifier wasn't a lot of money. So in this case, I didn't have to change it. I'll eat the cost of it. I'm making good money on the job as it is, so I'll just keep it in stock. It's no big deal. But that regulator rectifier you see right there, that was only showing about 5 volts putting out. Yeah, it was showing that because it was going to a dead battery. So keep that in mind, guys. When you have these regulator rectifiers and you think it's not putting out the right voltage, put a brand new battery in, good charged battery, and then try it, because chances are you may not need the regulator rectifier. All right, guys, that's it for now. Hopefully it helped you guys out. If you have an electric PTO, it's not working properly when you turn it on, make sure your battery, especially if it's an electric PTO, make sure the battery is great charge and it's charging and it's taking charge, and the regulator rectifier is working. All right, guys, that's it for me. Hope this helped you out. We'll talk to you soon.